Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself. Oh, and if you don't mind, like, subscribe, comment. And I've got a link tree down below that's got my social media, and it has my Patreon if you want to help out. Thank y'all. Okay, folks, I hope that you have been celebrating this win. I hope that you see that we have some positives that came from this election. Thinking of that, though, we have more elections that we need to pay attention to. We have elections that we always have to pay attention to. People get bored with this. I am well aware that people get bored with this. But let me tell you something. Every 2 years, we have to re-elect the entire House of Representatives. Every 6 years, senators come up for election. Well, it's not the same year. They space them out 33, 33, 34, whatever. So we have to pay attention to each one of these elections because each one of these elections are important. And there's also, like, say, Virginia next year is going to have statewide elections for their legislature, their governor, lieutenant governor, the attorney general. All of these things are important, people, and we need to remember that because what happens in these elections that people don't pay attention to really affect what's going on. In 2 years' time, Trump could lose having those people that are backing him in Congress because the Democrats, lobbyists, all of these people are making massive moves to weaken his support. So, we're going to discuss why we need to pay attention to the next elections as well. Now, the first thing that we need to start doing as voters is start collectively getting together in our local areas, not national, not state, but our local areas. We need, like voters, to get together. If you are a Republican, like where I'm at here in Virginia, I've done covered this in a video. The Republican Party of Virginia is about useless. So, if you are in an area, say a district, you join together with other voters. You don't just talk online to these folks. You get together with these folks. You organize. Because I can guarantee you that the powers that be in a lot of areas are looking to just be that power. They're addicted to power. What you need to do is you need to go to your local representative after you've got a decent amount of people that will vote the same way and tell your member of Congress, hey, you vote our way. You don't have to spend all this money on campaign ads. You don't have to raise all of this money. You've got our vote. But here's the deal. You have to vote in the best interest of your constituency. You think I'm joking with you. I'm not. This has been done before. The Tea Party in Mark Meadows' area got him elected to Congress, and they went to him and said, don't have to worry about running campaigns and all that. We are backing you. We will get you elected. This is possible. It's been done. Do this. Organize. Once you organize, all of a sudden, you're being listened to. You are a power all to yourself. That means that the powers that be aren't really powers anymore. This is very important. Here's something else that most people ignore. Seriously, one of the biggest ways that things are ignored: primaries. We need to start focusing on the primaries. We need to look through the people that are running in the primaries and truly decide who is going to be holding our values. It is far too often that the person with the biggest war chest is the person that gets elected in the primary. On top of that, way too often, incompetent or corrupt incumbent politicians get reelected in the primaries. It is time that we start paying attention to the primaries. We just came out of an election where we had a candidate who has never won a primary at any time in their life. Well, not in a presidential side. This needs to end. We need candidates to be chosen correctly in the primary. Most people don't vote in the primaries. They don't care about the primaries. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. The primaries are exceedingly important. If you want to see good candidates run, you need to get them out of the primaries. You need to clear out the primaries. You need to go back to step one in this and go to the primaries with those people. That is the second thing that you can do. Here's a last thing that you need to pay attention to. It's gotten to the point that we allow the Republican hierarchy, the Democrat hierarchy to all be from the same groups. The candidates that get ran, like say New Hampshire, one of Biden's national security advisors, his wife was running in the Senate. Unfortunately, she won in New Hampshire. I would have loved to have seen the lady that was running against her win. She was amazing. But we have too much of this power structure, this incestuous relationship with Washington coming back into the local elections. We need to change that, ladies and gentlemen. We need to take back power from the local, no matter what your politics are, we need to go to the local party and take back power from those who have gained power and have been in power for far too long. We need fresh ideas. You need to get active. Now look, you're not always going to be welcome at some of these places, but there are ways. You start getting people who have the same thoughts who may not speak out as much. You start getting these people into a coalition. Take back control of the local party groups. It is time that we no longer have this incestuous power dynamic. And that's exactly what it is. We need to get to the point that this is commonplace in this country, where the people that have the power in the local area are not the same as those that have connections with lobbyists that used to be members of Congress. Just not got all this power. That power needs to be stripped away from them, because you see what it's doing to this country. That's going to take a lot longer than organizing behind their backs. I'm well aware. You have to do that first. You have to take care of the primary elections. But this is a third thing that has to be done. These are just simple ideas. I'm just a voice behind some pictures. That's all I am. But I want people to have an honest way to have their voices heard. And so I give you these ideas. I want you to think about these ideas. I don't care what your political beliefs are. You should be heard on every issue. And what's going on in Washington is not hearing the people. What's going on legacy media is not hearing the people. I recently saw a video of Joe Scarborough being shocked at the price of butter. Why? Because he doesn't go shopping. His wife goes shopping. These people are out of touch. We need to get people into office that know what's going on. We need people that have actually done the work that we are called garbage for. We're called deplorables for. I don't care if you're a Democrat. Guess what? If you're a working class person and you vote Democrat, they still consider you to be nothing in the world but a drone that is supposed to follow their lead, not be in the lead. That is what we need to change in this country. We need American voices not heard, or we need American voices heard, not the voices of lobbyists, not the voices of the elite that are going to these schools and getting brainwashed. No. We need the voices of the people that are working the everyday jobs heard. We need the small business owners heard, not the large businesses that have already bought this government. Heck, they've sold the government a few times. We need to get back to the point where the American people are heard. And that is what I'm trying to do. I hope you think about everything that I just said. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.